progress that they make, and that they kind of know how to balance, asking something now and then, but not asking too much, not expecting anything out of it, or not, taking it personally when I say no, or this is why I don't want to do that. Basically, in my job, I deal with entrepreneurs and some students who want to be entrepreneurs all the time. And if I like them, then I'm happy to mentor them. And if they're kind of a pain in the butt, and I would never want to fund them anyway, then I don't really want to help them out. But if I think, yeah, these are kind of cool people, and I'd be interested in maybe funding them. I don't really like the idea all that much, but I think the people are good, and if I can help them out, I know they'll come back later. So I think it all comes down to who are the people, what's the relationship, how they manage it, what they ask for. And I think that's probably, for me, that's the most important thing. And I do it for, not only because I want to help them out, because I know what comes around goes around, and if I help them out, maybe when they get a better idea or they join a different company in the future, they may come back at me and say, hey, have you seen this company I just joined, or I'm starting a company, and you were always very nice to me, so you're high on my list for somebody I'd want to take money from. So, it's kind of a fair relationship going back. Maybe I'm mentoring them, but at the same time, I'm building a relationship and get to know them. And the flip side is, if the guys are a pain in the butt, then later they come back and say, hey, now I have an idea I think you're like, and I'm like, I don't care what your idea is, I don't like you. So, you're too pushy, or you're irritating, or whatever it may be. So, that's kind of the flip side of that.
Walk us through the line of how do we stay away from being persistent, yet not pushy, getting your attention even though you're getting how many emails a day?
The difference between pushy and not pushy, that's tough. That kind of depends on any relationship. I think a lot of it has to do with sincerity and being appreciative and not having just like any relationship you have with a good friend of yours, or with a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a spouse, or whatever. Kind of where the boundaries are in any relationship. And if you feel like you're pressing the boundaries of a relationship, you probably are. And so don't. And when you're doing it, and if the other person perceives it and they're going out of their way to try and help you out, and you kind of push it too far, you kind of close the door that's going on there. And I think both sides know when it's happening. On the flip side, I've been really interested in some entrepreneurs before, and very hot deal, and I'm competing for the deal, and I'm sensing to myself I'm being a little bit too pushy, and boom, I've lost the deal. And then word gets back, the entrepreneur has told a friend of mine, hey, you were just too pushy on that deal, and I'm like, God, I knew it, I should have just backed off in the process.